everyone. It's your girl Val the Forensic Gal. Thank you for coming back and joining me on Cybersecure You. And as I mentioned, we are going to be discussing cryptocurrency this month. And so, my first show that I did prior to this one was breaking down how cryptocurrency is actually like exchanged, like the makeup of it, and the and how it all operates in the background. Okay, and I'm sorry I'm stumbling, but it was like a lot for me to get that out because at first it confused me, and I'm learning just like you. So I was like a bit confused, but then I was like, okay, I get it, as I went along. So let's pick up where we left off. Like I said, we have Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is considered an exchange, and that's how the money is transferred from peer to peer. Okay, let's just make it easy on ourselves. And they have a powerhouse of computers, and they're put on digital. Your information is put on the digital spreadsheets with a string of characters and numbers, and it hides your identity. That's what makes it so difficult to track someone down if they fuck with your crypto, because you don't even really know who you're tracking down because they're really just a string of numbers and letters. All right, but we haven't gotten to that. I jumped ahead. So after a certain number of transactions, then there's another spreadsheet, but that spreadsheet is still connected to the first. So we went through that already. Users are recognized by a wallet and addresses with the string of numbers and letters. No real names are used. All right, so we're just going to keep moving. Now, I was like, okay, granted, we got that, understand that, get the Bitcoin, the exchange, the wallet, how you're anonymous. So how is it actually, how can it buy anything? And so it was a big to do when this one guy said, hey, I want to order pizza, and anybody willing to give me this pizza or let me pay for the pizza using cryptocurrency, hey, you'll get the crypto coins and I will get the pizza. And it actually worked, and they did it. And he actually ordered a large pizza. And there's a picture online of him and his daughter's hand reaching up and touching the box. And it was like the first purchase that was made with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. And people were all excited about it. So I threw it in my notes for that reason, because it was actually purchased with crypto. Because I was like, well, what are people actually doing with crypto? Can I go out and buy a pair of shoes? Can I go to the grocery store and get orange juice? How exactly does it work? So all of these, so with the pizza, that means like, okay, yeah, so you can make purchases. All right. But the institution, whether it be a grocery store, whether it be a clothing store, what have you, they also have to have the ability to accept the crypto. If they can't accept the crypto, then it can't be spent, right? And that makes sense. That's logical. So if I want to go buy something and I want to use cryptocurrency and they don't have the ability to accept cryptocurrency, then it can't happen. So there's that. All right. So moving on. I wanted you guys to have that background, and I really do hope I was able to explain it and not just be rambling on. I hope you understood some of what I said, because really, with me dealing with cybercrimes, I wanted to get to the meat and potatoes. Okay, now I understand what crypto is, how it came about, who it came about by, and what happens to actually make it so that it can get used. We covered that. So now I want to talk about the scams. And so this is what I'll cover in this show and the next show. It's exciting when you have a new sort of technology, I guess, come to the forefront, like AI, for example, right? AI has popped on the scene, and like everybody, because even me at first, I was like, I'm not using that shit. It's going to record me. It's going to hear everything I say, blah, 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 right? And now I'm all about it. I love it. I love it. And I love learning how to use it so that it could benefit me and make my life easier, which it has, I don't know what they're going to do with these when it comes to students and having to write papers and making sure they're not forging and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm sweating over here. But it's not too bad. I don't know what they're going to do because I know I would be using that to write many papers, without a doubt. So let's see how that goes. Apparently, teachers have software that can catch if AI was used to write a paper, but I don't know if that necessarily works that well. Me personally, because I know students that use it. So I don't know. Anyways, let's get back to these crypto scams. You have the scammers, you have the crooks in any industry. And people are losing millions of dollars from investing in crypto. Now, I read about a guy that lost $1.6 million, not crypto. He lost $1.6 million that he invested in crypto. And I was just like, okay, when did you not know? Like, let me stop. Like, for me, after $20, I'd have been like, hold on. Okay, so I'm in California and right now the lottery is 1.7 billion, some crazy freaking number, right? And when I was vacationing this past weekend, the girls and we all went and bought lottery tickets. Now, I never buy lottery tickets. That is just, I'm not spending a dime on that shit. I never win. And I get mad and disappointed and wonder why. And it bugs me. Like, that shit, really bugs me. So I am not one of those people that can happily spend and lose a freaking dime. If I literally was walking in here and dropped a dime, if it took me 20 minutes to find this dime, I probably would have been out there trying to find the dime. I'm like OCD like that. So, anyways, the lottery's 1.7 billion. And I bought my little $20, this past weekend. Actually, this past weekend it was less, but nobody won. So now it's 1.7 million or billion. Yeah, so 1.7 billion. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, how about I went to check this $20 of tickets that I bought, and not one, not even 3 numbers, not even 2 numbers. Like, I was like, I'm done with this shit. I am not buying another lottery ticket. It's tempting, but I will not. So anyways, after this guy lost 1.6 million, I was just like, how? Then you have about $14 billion, if not more, have been lost to the scams in the cryptocurrency world. 14 billion. It's probably even higher than that now. And it's been lost to all these scams that have been going on. And these scammers, they use social media to draw people in, to make that connection. You got to remember, as I was doing the research on this, I said, wow, I see now why I do have a degree in psychology. Not that it's one of those degrees that when you get out the gate, you're making all this money. You've got to really pile on other degrees on top of that bachelor's degree in psychology for it to really work for you. But it's such a great degree to have because it really helps you study people. And what I have found out with a lot of these crimes that I investigate, the one thing that I notice is they're all using the psychology of people. They're using how to get you in a certain way so that they can play their games and play their tricks and flip the way that you're thinking so that you can give them what it is they want. It's all psychology. And the same goes here with crypto. So if you're at home and you're lonely and you hop online and then all of a sudden here comes this pretty chick and she's talking to you, and then she's all of a sudden like, well, hey, have you ever thought about investing in crypto? Check this out. And this is what happened to quite a few of the victims that I read about and researched about. It was one of these situations where they were at home lonely and started talking to somebody, and somebody introduced them to the world of cryptocurrency, and they got scammed beyond scammed. All right. And again, they're using social media to do this and connect with you. So, keep your eyes open for that. Another thing, too, is that they're using celebrities. Now, yeah, I like a celebrity or two. And yeah, me personally, just because Beyonce went out and bought a skirt doesn't mean I'm going to go out and buy the damn skirt. That's just not how I roll. But I do remember being younger and not being as strong willed as I am now, and probably would have been influenced by a celebrity that has gone out and bought something. You have celebrities that jumped on the crypto bandwagon and they started advertising and promoting various types of cryptocurrency. And therefore, it got the general public excited. It got them curious, and people started to actually invest their money because they were influenced by what they were seeing. And you had Paris Hilton talking about it. You had Kanye West, Snoop Dogg. I mean, you just name them. They talked about it, and they advertised for it. I think even Kim Kardashian, the SEC fined her several millions. I think it was 1.6 million for advertising about crypto, but not disclosing the dangers of crypto. So, I mean, I haven't seen the advertisement, but I'm pretty sure it was like, oh my God, check out crypto. I use it, blah, 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 blah. And then everybody jumped on and got excited because she did it. And then they went and bought it. And then people had very bad experiences. And she got sued by the SEC. They fined her. They didn't sue her, but they fined her. And it was a hefty fine, 1.6 million. Can't sneeze at that. At least she had 1.6 million to pay it. So, hey, I don't feel sorry for her one bit. Anyways, so I wanted to know, like, how is it possible that here it is, you get introduced to a method of this digitized currency and you're putting your money in it. It's like to me personally, I feel like you're putting your money and it's not physical money, but your digital money is being put into air. They say it's the computer. They say it's online. Okay, fine. I feel like it's being put in the air. And because I don't, I'm used to it going into a bank. But let me give you a good example. So I have a good friend and he hit me up, I don't know, a few months ago about something called Cryptex. And he sent me a video and I went online and I looked at it. And then when I called him about it to explain this Cryptex to me, he actually got offended that I was asking so many questions because he was like, okay, all you have to do is invest $100. And once you invest this $100, you automatically get $30,000 in Bitcoin. And I was like, okay. And so he's like, but you can't touch the 30,000. It's going to sit in the bank. And I said, well, what bank? Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you that. Why not? I want to know what bank my 30,000 is sitting in so that if I want to investigate the bank, I can see if this is a legitimate bank or not. And he goes, that's the thing about black people. They always ask too many questions, and this is why we can't rise above, and boo, boo, boo. And I was like, hold up, homie. What? Like, I think I'm well within my rights and justified to ask what bank is this crypto, this 30,000 that I apparently get, where it's sitting at, So, at the end of the day, I didn't invest. And after listening to him explain more about it, it sounded like a pyramid scheme to me, meaning, okay, I put my 100, I get 30,000. But then the more people every time I bring a person to the table and they invest 100, I get 1,000. And that's money that apparently I can access right away. So I asked him, I said, okay. And he goes, well, I'm looking at my account right now because I got 3 people on. I got about $3,500 that I can get besides that 30,000. I said, okay, we'll take the money out. Nah, I'm not going to take the money. I'm not going to touch it. You got to let it just sit there. I said, but if you wanted to take the money out, could you take the money out? Can you call the bank and find out if your money's there? Well, I'm telling you, Val, you could take it out. I said, well, apparently they have like this huge group of people from all over the world that talk every Tuesday. Okay. Did any of them take this money out? None of them took the money out. Okay, listen. I don't know if, like, how hard do you have to be freaking knocked in the head, as far as I'm concerned, to realize, like, hold up, something ain't right here. That don't make sense. No. Let me check this out a little further. Let me do some more research, and I want to talk to the powers that be so that I can make sure I understand where my money is going. I don't care if it's $100. People may, oh, it's just $100. $100 is a lot to me. Okay. I try to spend wisely, but at least if I'm going to spend it, I want it to really work for me. I think I need to go on to the next show. I think it's about that time. So thanks for vibing with us. That's my old show. I used to have a show called Vibing with Val. Anyways, thanks for joining. This is your girl Val, the Forensic Gal, and I'll see you the next episode on Cyber Secure You. Peace. Thank you so much for joining me. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.